All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for week 3 of Dakota Collegiate Rocket League. It has been a little bit of a while since I've streamed, but I figured it was time that I come back, and I figured I'd bring someone new on the stream who has never casted with me before. So I'll be your host, Kerchoo, but joining me is going to be Nuko, having some fun here casting with me.
Yeah, hey guys, Nuko here. Super excited to be back again for DCRL stream on week 3. We got a Div B game going up here, and I'm super excited for this one. Actually, one of my buddies that is on the team of my university is playing this game, so it'll be really fun to watch.
Tyler, appreciate the prime. Already saying Nuko sexy. It took about 20 seconds for you being on camera. And you know what? Hey, if anyone else agrees with Tyler, feel free to donate or sub or anything like that. Casual plug. But anyways, no, it's gonna be a super fun game. Ironically enough, the last time I casted, it was actually Kerchoo on here as well. And Kerchoo is going to be on here again, facing off against the Mislead Missles, which we'll get into stats and kind of everything just a little bit. But before we do, I am kind of curious, your thoughts on kind of the first 2 weeks of DCRL, obviously you being new this season, kind of thoughts on just, jumping into this entire tournament format.
Yeah, so, being a captain, it's a little bit of a cluster trying to, memorize everybody in the entire league. That's kind of like a mouthful and a little bit overwhelming, but, after you've kind of realized, who's all who's, really good at the game and, who's kind of more your style, really collabing with certain people, especially during scrims. That's a lot of fun, by the way. If you guys haven't done any scrims, make sure to try that out. It's super fun getting into 6-mans. But anyway, it's honestly a lot more fun than I thought it'd be, getting games scheduled with other people, meeting a lot more people than I thought I would, to be honest. And I'm having a great time. Though we've lost one game, we've also won one game. We're sitting pretty good 1-1. Go Hippo Crips. But it's a lot of fun, to be honest.
Still one of my favorite names. Like the name is on edge when the captain has to DM you and say, is this allowed? I think that was like the only team. Maybe there's one more that actually like needed to clarify if this is okay. And of course, I had to allow it because it is the name is gold. But what is going to be gold is going to be these standings right here, kind of looping over. And right now, you are seeing Kerchoo on top, sitting at 2-0 right now. They do have the highest winning percent in the league, so they are sitting very pretty. But they do have a rivalry here, Mislead Missles, sitting at 1-1. Obviously, it is very early in the season, so take the records with a grain of salt. But Kerchoo trying to stay undefeated, so we'll see if Mislead Missles can put a chink in that armor.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of crazy to see that Kerchoo, they have a DCRL MMR of 142, which is actually the lowest in Div B. And to see them going 2-0 is kind of crazy, to be honest. I don't exactly who they've gone up against. It would be Penny Pinchers and I believe another team. I don't quite remember.
One Hit Wonders or something like that, I think. Yeah, it was Penny. I can't remember. Dude, again, there's so many games going on. It's hard to memorize everything.
Yeah, with 10 people in each league, it's a little bit tough to kind of keep track of everything, I imagine. But
yeah, going especially next season, we get 4 divisions most likely, so that'll be even more fun to keep track of.
Exactly, and going 2-0, going into week 3, that's a great start. You get really comfortable going in, and Mislead Missles, it's still a great team. We played against them, I believe, very first week, and we had to go into game 5. It was a very tough game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But as we get into the stats of these teams, Kerchoo, I will say first of all, the league leading is broken right now. We're working on the back end, but believe it or not, yeah, not every person on Kerchoo is winning everything. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. I am curious, of these stats for Kerchoo, what kind of stands out to you being maybe something you weren't expecting for these 3 players?
Honestly, the amount of shots that they're putting on. We see 2.7, 2.7, and 2.8. That's really high shooting. And, maybe their shooting percentage isn't exactly where they want it to be. We're looking at like the 30s. But even still, that's a lot of shots being put on. I'm also seeing that they're kind of getting demoed at least once per game. So maybe that's something that they'll have to try to combat later on. Personally, I like to demo myself. I feel like in Div B, it clears up the field a lot, and it kind of just discombobulates the amount of rotation that happens. And so that can kind of make some plays work. So maybe that's something they'll have to work on later on. But I see a lot of, really good shot opportunities from these guys.
Yeah, I think the biggest one for me is just the fact that how close they are. Shooting percentage, like all 3 of these guys, almost identical goals, almost identical saves, almost identical demos. Everything is the same. You kind of expect maybe the captain, be the leader, maybe have the third man be the lowest, but this is such a team-oriented as far as stats go. And I looking at this, like, you can't necessarily tell who the number 1 person is on that team, who is the captain. So it'll be interesting to see how that teamwork goes. But we do have another team to get into, and that is the Mislead Missles, who Def Moss is the captain. Obviously, a fair amount on Def Moss. So again, I got to ask the same question. What stats stand out here for you?
You know, honestly, after playing against these guys, it's kind of, obvious to see. But for those who don't know, Fan is a very, very high shooter. You know, he shoots a lot. And that kind of shows here where we see 2.6 shots a game with a 42% shot percentage. You know, he gets a lot of shots on the board, whether they're from the backboard, getting them aerials up and out of there. It's really fun to see, and it's really hard to combat. And, we see Oreo Man getting a whole bunch of actually, he's getting demoed a lot more. I think that was actually for me, to be honest, because we played him in week 1. But, I feel like DefMoss, he's really kind of like wrapping both of them together into one team. And, I feel like he's kind of the he's not getting a lot of, outstanding stats, but, he really wraps the team together, I think.
Okay, hold on here, folks. I need to go Twitch. Someone just dropped a ridiculous amount of Bison Bucks here. I'm trying to figure out who it was. Someone just dropped like 50,000 Bison Bucks on Kerchoo, so someone's got a lot of faith in them. I do want to say predictions are open, by the way, if you guys didn't gather, because there is now a lot of boost up for grabs. I figure it's not called Bison Bucks anymore. Also, if you could invite DefMoss, please, 'cause I don't have him as my friend. But someone's got a lot of faith on Kerchoo, and I don't necessarily blame them. Again, they are sitting 2-0 right now, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But speaking of predictions, again, throwing you on the spot, who do you have taking this one, and specific game score? What do you think?
I gotta stick with DefMoss here. He's my man. I'm gonna go 3-2, Game 5. Misled Missles taking the game. Okay. I think it'll be a good content game.
I do as well actually have Misled Missles taking this one. I don't know if it's gonna be. I do want a Game 5 though. I'm gonna go Misled Missles in 5 because it's all about the content. But the amount of Bison Bucks that are on the line, ladies and gentlemen, Misled Missles, it's 9-3 for the voting, but Kerchoo is winning as far as the points go, so it'll be very interesting. But looks like everyone is good to go, so we are going to be jumping into this one pretty much right on time. So I personally love to see that. Oh, it's always good when stuff gets going on time. Makes my life so much easier. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the chat. I'm curious who you think is going to be taking this one, as we got a very, very fun game coming up for you. Div B Kerchoo versus Misled Missles. Looks like right off the bat here, we're going to be Astromedy, who, this match, I should say, if I remember correctly, that's going to be a wide open node legendary. Okay, Oriman's got it. We're fine. We're fine. What a unfortunate start.
Looking really scary there for Fan, but Oreo's there to able to kind of pick it up for him. Really early scoring for Misled Missles there. Only 12 seconds in.
What I was going to say is, I actually, now that I remember, I never got to see Kerchoo. I mentioned that they were the team that I got to stream last. It didn't happen because Mitch, unfortunately, was not there. Just like, unfortunately, he does not have a cam. But now I finally get to see him happening. And unfortunately, Kerchoo drops a very, very early first goal here.
Oreo Man for a shot. Mitch is kind of there, though, it looks like. Gets a nice bump from Astron. And Fan gets a shot, but Mitch says no. Oreo Man tries to go for a shot, but he looks like he ran out of boost. DefMoss going for another shot. Astronymity on there on the wall. Mitch kind of getting a nice clear, but Fan's there. And kicks right back out. Anonymity is Astronymity. I'm going to get that name mixed up a lot.
Yeah, it trusts. I feel that.
That is a tongue twister.
I'm just going to call him Astro. That's nice and easy. How's that?
I like that. Yeah, I do like that.
We'll go with Astro as we see Legendary going to be going early here. Gets a touch to the corner. DefMoss thought about getting it, but actually gets a bump on Legendary. Now we see a double commit. Going to be just lots of bumps here. Can Mitch? He's got a chance at the net here. A little bit of an awkward situation here. Does try to get it mid with 31 boosts here. Pass is available. Ogun, actually, this is off the backboard. This is going to be free. Mitch is up for it. Can he drop it down? It's slow, but Legendary swats it away. We're seeing a lot of pressure for Kerchoo, but not really any super threatening shots.
Yeah, it's really tough to see like a lot of this stuff happening going on, early into the game. I see a lot of Div B, a lot of the shots that are happening in Div B anyway, they're kind of there, but they're just not quite as aggressive or as threatening as they should be, I feel. And, getting those aggressive attacks is really important.
So we see Ogun now. It's going to be off the corner. Going to be turning on this one. Does get beat out. Astro popping it up high. Mitch got bumped by Ogun. Just has to throw it away. And again, we're just seeing kind of awkwardness for Kerchoo. Again, this is the #1 team currently in Div B, and I think we're just seeing them try to, you know, maybe settle into it a little bit. It is game 1, obviously, as we see a shot come out. Oriman, unfortunately, not going to be on target. Ogun going to have a lot of time. Probably going to go for a flick here. Up and over 1, maybe going for a little bit of solo play, but Legendary going to be closing that door.
Looks like Astro's going to be taking an early contest here on Oreo-Man. Gets it past him. Ogun's going to have a great contest, and Mitch goes up for it. Looks like Oreo-Man is going to be taking it in the corner, but Fan takes it away from him there. And now we see Ogun trying to get a slow touch off the wall here. Gets a kind of a whiff there. Looks like Ogun might have a little bit of space, but Defmoss says no. And Mitch now has a lot of space, a little bit of boost to go work with here. Fan kicks it way high, and Astronymity is going to go for a shot and gets it right over Ogun, and it's a shot. No, it's just a little bit off there, but Ogun is able to pick it up.
So we see a chance here. Ogun finally getting the goal. I think we were expecting this to come earlier as we see Defmoss unfortunately not able to get a good touch, and Ogun able to circle all the way around. I thought it was going to get cleared, but we finally get a tie game, and really, that's the first legitimate shot we've seen out of Kerchoo.
Yeah, you know, a lot of aggression, you know, coming out of Kerchoo, but, you know, just not really any threatening attacks that have been, you know, able to get struck down. But as soon as I say that, Mitch scores. So
that took about 10 seconds.
Maybe I should just stop talking about, you know, people scoring from now on.
I mean, I don't want to say it came out of nowhere as Mitch, you know, just getting, I don't want to say an open net, but I mean, hey, we gave Kerchoo just a little bit of crap not getting shots, and boom, boom, they scored 2 in a row. So, you know, props to them.
Fair enough. Oreo with a lot of boost here, gets a little bit of space. Astro's there to contest, but Defmoss is there early, gets a bump on him, but the ball gets cleared. Fan goes up early as well. Ogun looks like he's going to try to pitch it down, gets a little bit of space created, doesn't get quite the touch that he wants, but Mitch kicks it back. Ogun is there to Oreo. I'm going to get Oreo and Ogun mixed up a lot as well. These names are just too similar and so confusing.
Well, we got to make it just a little bit confusing either. Otherwise, it's, you know, it's not fun.
It's not as fun. Yeah, I agree.
As we see, oh, what a save! I thought Mitch was gonna miss that for sure, and this is actually gonna be going the other way as Legendary barely getting a save on that one. Now we see Ogun with a chance here, but he misses as well. Or is in a 1v1 situation. Astro, he misses.
Astro is just not quite there to have the boost, and just it looked like he touched it with his tires, but just not quite.
This is a shot that probably should have been saved. Astro just not in the best spot, just caught lacking here. And Misled Missles just creeping in and tying this game with 126 left.
Yeah, that's super tough, you know, being low on boost and being the last man back. The ball's at the center of the field and just not quite able to get the save there.
We see opportunity here. Going to be in the corner. Mitch thinking about going for this, but Legendary is going to beat him to it. Now Mitch is going to go. It's going to be off the backboard. Oriman with a whiff. Actually, this is interesting ball, Astro. We're just seeing, I don't want to say kind of panic play, but Astro getting a good clear. Is Mitch there to hit it? He does it! Almost finds the upper corner. That would have been an insane passing play. But with a minute left to go, we still sit tied.
Ogun looks like he might have a pass opportunity here. Mitch is up for it. Defmoss gets past him. Ogun, Oreo, oh my gosh, that is going to get me this game. It's just going to be the death of me. Oreo-Man gets a nice save there, and Oreo-Man just not quite able to get that one.
But Ogun, in fact, is, as we see him come out of the corner, what a great 50 from Astro, and then Ogun just being a little speedy boy here. Just popping that one up and over. Astro not able to save this one, and now 43 seconds left. We saw Kerchoo make some mistakes on defense, but offense has gotten rolling, especially the last half of this game. So now 43 seconds left. Misled Missles now in behind the driver's seat. What are they going to do responding game 1?
It's like Ogun here goes for a nice little shot, but Defmoss is able to stop it there. And we see a little bit of space given to Misled Missles there. Defmoss there with a really nice aerial attempt. It gets saved by Mitch there. As Fan goes after the wall there, gets a pass over to Oreo, but Oreo's not quite able to get the shot there. Ogun and Astro get kind of a little pinch going on. Gets saved by Fan. And with 10 seconds left to go, it's going to have to be the last attempt here for Misled Missles as they kind of get a shot off. Gets a little bit of a bump there from Defmoss. Fan gets a really nice 50 off the corner. Looks like Ogun's kind of able to save it. And Oreo gets a nice pinch off, pass over to Defmoss, but Astro is able to kick it away, and that'll be the end of game 1, going to Kerchoo.
I think, I don't want to say it was probably expected. I did think I was a little surprised for how slow Kerchoo started, but I think definitely in the end, I was surprised Ogun definitely picking it up, getting 2 out of the 3 goals. We talked about how close they are in the stats, and I mean, I think, you know, shots and goals don't lie. Kerchoo looking really solid. Misled Missles, they had a lot of opportunities, but unfortunately, just a little bit of mistakes on defense going to cost them game 1.
Yeah, I think, you know, getting 2 goals out of the 8 that they shot, I mean, they're, especially in the beginning there, they seemed a little bit flustered on offense, and after a little bit, it just seemed like Kerchoo was kind of just really getting some offensive pressure, and they were just not able to combat that.
Interesting here. Going into game 2, how is it going to fare? As we all know, I've said it once, I've said it a million times, I'm sure everyone is sick of it. Game 2 obviously being the most important game. As we see Mislead Missles got to get back into the series or going to be forced to go on match point here.
I think they pick it up. To be honest. I think after you've played the first game, you can kind of expect what the other team is going to now be doing, and you can adapt really fast and really trying to change your adaptive play style and really try to alternate how you play.
As we see an opportunity here, Deathmoss skies it. That was a wide open net. Unfortunately, not able to get that one to work. As we probably should have seen him score that one, but still got a long time to go in game 2. But you have loved to start out early there.
Kind of a little awkward there for Mislead Missles, and Astro's going to take it up to the wall. Fan gets a kind of an awkward pinch there. Oh, and Deathmoss is able to clear it though.
We see opportunity come in. Deathmoss getting beat out by Ogun. We see Ogun just being a speedy boy around the field. There's been so many 50s that he's just being a nuisance here. As we see Mitch now definitely being the second man. It's this 1-2 combo of Ogun and Mitch that really seems to be working for them. Just as I say that, though, Mitch now has to come in for the diving save. Legendary with 0 boost, forced to go back as now Oreo Man just unfortunately missing that, but chance still here for Mislead Missles. It's a 1v1 situation. Legendary popping it up high, but no one there for the follow.
Yeah, it's kind of just one of those things again where we see attacks are happening, but they're just not as threatening as you would like. And as soon as I say that, it looks like Deathmoss gets a very nice clanger, but Ogun is able to save it. Gets one more touch, and it gets past the third. They're gonna have to be careful here if they want to keep this ball alive.
Careful,
see 2 up
indeed.
here for Mislead. Ogun gets a nice pass down. And the backward touch.
Oh, that's open. It's wide open. Legendary. He's got no boost though. He dangles out one. Oh, we all wanted to see him make that work. But somehow it doesn't.
Oh, he flicks it over 2.
Oh, it's a
Astro
good flick.
gets beat there. Mitch is able to kick it back. Fan kicks it back towards the wall.
Go ahead.
Sorry. And Mitch going up the wall here, trying to get us a nice bang. Deathmoss is going to jump up for it. Astro's with him, but Deathmoss beats him. Ogun a little bit awkward here, but he gets a nice little touch off the wall there. Kind of gets a nice 50 out there, too. Fan is out. Mitch kicks it back. Deathmoss going for a nice clanger off the backboard here. Astro a little bit awkward, but Mitch is there to save him. Oh, and it looks like Oreo's going for a shot off the backboard. And oh, no, Fan is just off the mark.
We're seeing so many chances from Mislead Missles, but no one wants to actually put the ball in the net.
It's like they're just playing ping pong with each other.
As we see now Legendary taking this one to the corner. A little bit awkward situation here. Oreo Man gonna have to go to the back wall here and fight with this Astro, as Astro does in fact get beat out. Oreo now we're seeing get beat out by Ogun. Now we've got Ogun, Oreo, and Astro. Try saying that one 5 times fast. But Deathmoss now on the wall, goes for a shot. He of course faked it, of course. Legendary now. Oh, Oreo's in an awkward spot. Barely gets a goal saving touch, but still in a dangerous spot. Ogun though with the whiff, that is gonna be high. You expect that to go in. And somehow still 2 minutes left, we're at 0-0.
Yeah, it's super tough being able, when you're one of these players, it's honestly super tense the entire 4 minutes that you're playing, 3 minutes that you're playing, and just no score is out there. And, at this point, it's just a coin flip of a game.
So we see Oreo getting a good clear off the backboard. Who is there to follow? Someone's got to go early as Ogun gets a bad touch on this one. Deathmoss puts it to the corner. He's actually trying to read it. He almost gets a touch there. And so we see Astro getting a good clear downfield. Now, Legendary coming in as a last man. He gets 50 by Mitch. Mitch just has to center it, but unfortunately does get dunked at the end. Now, Ogun going to be going for maybe a little solo play of his own. Going to pop this mid. Unfortunately, can't get the follow touch. And still now, just no one wants to score.
It's just back and forth, back and forth. I mean, they're double committing here and there. They're just getting just tiny, tiny whiffs that are just throwing it off the backboard and, off the post. It's super tough to see something like this. And with 1 minute to go, it looks like Deathmoss and Fanta has an open net, and that'll put Mislead Missles 1-0 in the last minute of the game.
Ogun saying that bump. To say, I don't think I saw it on screen. Looks like Deathmoss maybe got a bump on him off screen just a little bit. But Legendary, we haven't said his name much, but does get a very, very clutch goal. Also, I do appreciate Cool Cat Meow. With I think that's definitely gonna be the quote of the night right there. So appreciate Trey hopping in and giving money, because we know he's got lots of it.
We love you, Trey.
We do love Trey. Solely funding my college, let's be honest. But, but anyways, 40 seconds left on this one. Mitch now 0 seconds. Going to be an awkward situation here. Still doesn't know how he wants to hit this ball. Legendary just swooping in. Deathmoss getting a good touch. Astro, not the best clear. Can Oreo Man finish this up? He does put it off the corner. Just 30 seconds left is all Misled Missiles need to survive to tie up this game.
Deathmoss kicking it mid once again, but it looks like no one's there to shoot it. Ogun kind of kicking it out, but looks like Fan is there for a shot. Mitch blocks it away, and now Oreo has kind of an open net, but gets blocked by Mitch there. And honestly, if they need to score, it needs to happen right now. We see a double commit there from Misled Missiles. Mitch is going to have to get back. Ogun's there as well. Deathmoss there for a shot, gets a nice 50. Mitch is up, Astro as well, and I don't know if this is going to be too possible. As the ball goes down and Misled Missiles take game 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a tie game, which makes me happy because that means it's not going to be a 3-0 sweep. So we got content. And what are these shots? We've got 9 shots to 2. That is insane. What a change in pace from Misled Missiles.
I told you, man. As soon as you lose one game, you have the ability to adapt and, really change up how you play and really be able to, make them play differently because you're playing differently now. And that just changes the entire game.
All right. So now... All right. Okay, I'm curious. Anyone in chat, and I'm going to ask you as well. Who do you think is going to be going on match point here? Who is going to be forcing this?
Ooh, after watching Fan and there's an open shot for Fan. As soon as I see his name.
That was just a little scuffed here as we see Mitch. Unfortunately, couldn't get the touch. Ogun double committed, and Legendary just goes, "Oh, I mean, if you say so, I guess I'll take it."
Oh no! As I was saying, anyway, Fan is he's really this caster, bless that man. If Fan is really showing a lot of solo abilities that he's really bringing out to the table here for the team, and I think that's kind of going to be their winning hand here.
We see opportunity here. Astro going up early. Spin to win, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever think you're going to miss the ball, just make sure to keep air rolling. I promise you it'll work out every single time. As we see now, Deathmoss going to be going for a little bit of a solo play here. Does get it past Ogun. Actually gets it past Astro. This is going to be an incredibly awkward read from Mitch, who does miss it. The net is open. Is anyone there to follow? Legendary's just lurking. I would have loved to see him go faster to that ball.
And it looked like one of his teammates was able to try to get a shot, but because Mitch was awkward, so was he. We see Astro taking it off the corner. He looks like he's going to get a nice flick. Tries to go for the ceiling read, but not quite. Fan gets a really nice 50 as Deathmoss goes for the shot as well. Oreo Man kicks it back towards mid. Astro is able to save the ball and kick it back towards the corner. A little bit awkward here for Blue, but honestly, I think they might have it covered as Deathmoss goes up for a really high aerial, kicks it down, back off the wall. And it looks like it might be a little bit of clear space here. Oreo Man kind of fakes out his own teammate there, a little bit scary. Mitch kicks it out towards the middle, and Fan is able to kick it back, and Oreo is able to... Ogun. I'm going to miss that so many times.
We see opportunity here. Astro now with a little bit of a whiff there. As we're going to see just a little bit of mistouches here. I'm still waiting for anyone on Kerchoo just to get a solid hit. As we see Ogun finally gets a solid hit, but Legendary getting a great pass to the mid. Astro going to be missing that one. Oreo Man going to be getting beat by Mitch. Mitch has done so well, I think, just being a speedy boy. Really taking the pressure off his teammates, making sure he can always be there. As Deathmoss trying to get that 50 in, unfortunately not, but still, this has been such a low-scoring series so far.
Yeah, getting 1 goal in this game, 1 goal last game, and this has just been crazy to see. Looks like Mitch is up for a shot, gets it down, but oh my gosh, Fan is able to save it. Ogun picks it back up and scores for... Oh my lord.
We thought it was going to come out sooner. Mitch almost getting the read. Legendary just getting a diving save, but Ogun doing such a good job being that speedy man, coming and clutching up, and again, tying up this series. This really has been a back and forth. I still cannot tell who is going to be taking this game.
It has really been back and forth. I totally agree. And honestly, I think that Missile got it.
Guys, you can't throw off the kickoff there. As we see Ogun, that's what we call being a little bit of a greedy boy there, going for that boost, and Legendary just slamming that one in, sneaking it into the corner, sneaking into the post.
3 minutes left to go here. Misled Missiles taking up the pressure and getting 1 goal after Kerchoo here, and I just think that I gotta stand by it. I think that they're gonna take it. Game 5. I think they might lose Game 3 or Game 4. Game 4. But yeah, I think that they're gonna win Game 5.
Well, I did in fact call it Game 5, so we'll hope that they are in fact following the script. Otherwise, I will have to talk to them later. But we won't get into that right now. As we see Astro now, this is a little bit difficult situation. Oh, Def Moss there. I would have loved to see Oreo Man turn or Legendary. One of them has to be that second man. That's one of the biggest differences I'm noticing is that we're seeing just some whiffs here. As I was going to say, Mitch ties this one up. But Kerchoo has done a much better job of having a second man follow up versus Mislead Missles is just throw one person at it and everyone else play defense.
Yeah, and that really comes down to just trusting your teammates and really having that team chemistry. You know, I see that, like you just mentioned before, I see that the big difference between Div A and Div B is that there's always somebody on the ball.
Can confirm, it's very annoying. Oh, what a bang from Mitch, though, as this goes straight down. A little bit of an awkward read. Ogan does a great job. Legendary now going for the shot himself. It's bouncing a little tricky. Oreo Man going to be turning this one. Actually gets a touch. Def Moss, this is a wide open net. Oreo barely slots it in, but just off the post now. Legendary coming in, and somehow this ball stays out.
Oh my lord, it looked like they had so many opportunities to score there, but just not quite able to get it in. And Def Moss goes for, oh no!
Hello?
So, a little bit of insider, you know, I'm playing with Def Moss myself. Def Moss loves to jump up, like do a double jump, flip his car upside down, and roll off the backside of the net. And I think that just like kind of cursed him there. But he think I'll have to have a talk with him about that later.
Oh, Def Moss, what you doing, bud? I was gonna say I thought that would have just been an easy save, but suddenly it was, you know, no longer there to be seen. But Ogan now being a speedy boy, that is such a good shot. Legendary, Orman doing a little bit of double commit here. Legendary gets it around one. Demos a second. Is anyone there? Again, I talked about it. No one was there to follow up after Legendary went for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things again where you just kind of got to trust your team a little bit more and, you know, go. You just got to trust that they're not going to be there or trust that they're going back and just kind of go for it.
Ooh, the net is
Mitch
open.
Might have an open net, but no boost able to pick it up there. Oreo now taking it off the corner. Looks like he's trying to get a little bit of a slow play. 23 boost, gets 50'd by Mitch. It goes skyrocketing into the ceiling there. Looks like Def Moss might get a little bit of a flick here, but Astro is able to kick it away and kick it back towards Missles' corner. Kind of kicks it towards mid. Astro gets a nice demo. Mitch is kind of there to get it past both of them there. A shot opportunity from Astro, and Def Moss kicks it right over his head.
That's a great touch getting out as someone needs to go for this one. Legendary going to be booting this one downfield. Going to be off the wall. A little bit of an awkward read as Mitch does swat this one to the corner. Def Moss lurking for demos. You did hear he got one, but now going the other way. This is going to be a tough situation. Astro with a miss. Oreo with almost an own goal there, but Def Moss is going to take it away. Go for a solo play. He's got 100 boost. Can he get the air dribble all the way? Trying to get a 50. Fortunately, does get blocked, but Oreo now pops it over one, and 20 seconds left. Mislead Missles need a goal.
Mitch is not able to quite get it there as Oreo Man sneaks it just to his right-hand side. And that ties up the game with 15 seconds left. I don't even know what to say.
That is such a good read from Ori. You actually saw a bump coming out of Def Moss on the goal line there, and Ori Man not able to get the final touch. Or sorry, Astromedy not able to get the final touch on that one. As now we see another tied game. I think the game has been tied like 7 or 8 times so far in this series. Just back and forth, back and forth. Question is, are we going to see overtime, or do we see some late game heroics?
5 seconds left here. Astro kicks it out towards mid, towards Ogan. Kind of gets a read, but Def Moss is able to stop it. And with 0 seconds on the clock, it looks like we might be heading into overtime, but Fan is there in the corner with the ball. Gets a nice read, but Fan is just not quite there to see it in time.
Oh my god, someone please go for the ball. You had your chances, Mislead Missles. You need your second man, but we survived to overtime. Question is, who is going on match point here?
Oreo kind of a little bit of a whiff there as Ogan pushes up. Mitch gets a kind of a little bit of a weird touch there as it gets kicked onto the Mislead Missles corner. And now Astro also pushed up here. Looks like Mitch gets a demo. Kind of a 1v1 situation here as it kicks back to the middle there. And, you know, a little bit of a slow play here, kind of feeling each other out a little bit more. We see Oreo with a great wall touch there. Doesn't get the second touch that he's looking for. Fan with the shot now. Astro's able to kick it away.
Oh, Def Moss going to be jumping for this one. Does get it around one. Mitch actually pops it in, but Def Moss with the backflip. Legendary now in a 1v1 situation, but Astro does kick it to the corner. That is going to be a miserable bounce off the corner and the ceiling, but Legendary reading it afterwards. Ogan now last back, going backwards. He's got plenty of boost, flicks it over one. Just seeing a little bit of awkward play. I think definitely a little bit of nerves and, you know, scared in overtime because, again, winner goes on match point after this.
I like to refer to it as playing in style.
What a save! And we go down the
wow.
bench. This game is so back and forth, like, just, boys, thank you for the content, 'cause again, that's what it is all about, is Astro going for the shot, and that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. Astro putting his team on match point.
Oh, wow. What a nice pass there from Mitch, able to get it right over Oreo Man.
What a shot, ladies and gentlemen, and that is going to be Kerchoo going on match point now.
You know, I don't know who it's going to be just yet, you know. I'm not giving up on Misled Missles, but somebody is going to be losing a lot of Bison Bucks after this.
I was going to say, it turned out Jaden was the one who put $75,000 on Kerchoo. And I don't blame him, but you look at that, and I am pleading, Misled Missles, get your second man on the ball. You've had so many opportunities to score. There's been so many missed touches for Kerchoo. If you just have a little bit more aggression, I promise you, you're gonna score more goals.
You know, other than the obvious K-Tool, what do you think the teams are talking about as, like, in terms of changing their play styles, kind of trying to adapt and overcome?
I think, honestly, for Kerchoo, I think they're doing a solid job with rotations. I think for them, it's just make sure we're getting a solid touch, because every goal that's been scored on them basically has been from one of them just absolutely not hitting it. Misled Missles, I'm praying that they're talking about, we need to be more aggressive. We need to be more aggressive. We're getting opportunities. We're seeing so many mistakes out of Kerchoo on defense. We got to be there to capitalize.
Yeah, I definitely agree with the fact that there have been a lot of opportunities to score. They're just not quite able to get it on the mark. And, you know, seeing a lot of weak touches just throughout the entire series, to be honest, it's kind of, you know, almost disappointing to just not see something like that. And, you know, it's like once you get a nice bang going out, it's really fun to see that happen.
As we see Astromedy now. Again, spin to win is the key. Gets it past one. Can he get it around the other? He pops it up high. Is anyone there to follow? The second man is there. It's on target. It's a triple commit, and Mitch slots it in. Again, aggression, second and third man are always there to clean up, and Kerchoo showing why they're the #1 team.
Oh, the double commit from Defmoss and Oreo Man. Just a little bit of miscommunication there that set them back one goal. That's super tough to see.
It's tough to see, but I mean, again, the #1 thing is we're seeing aggression coming out of Kerchoo, and it is clearly going to be key to victory here.
See Oreo Man and Astro going for a 50 here at mid, and Mitch kicks it back towards them. Fan going up the wall here. It looks like no, he takes it back as Defmoss gets not a good 50, and oh no, Fan is just not quite able to get there in time.
The chance is there. Astro getting a great touch here. Legendary just being a little slow, not reading it, and you saw Fan is Legendary scooping on by, and a lot of open nets here for Kerchoo. And so now, up to it. We haven't seen a 2-goal lead, I think, since, honestly, this series has started. I think every single time it's been back and forth.
It has been very close. And, you know, going back to that last play, I just think that Defmoss was not quite sure if Fan was going to go for that or not. I just don't know if they conned whether that Fan had boost or not. You know, we saw Fan kind of rotating inside a little bit and just a little bit of hesitation there.
So we see a chance, Oreo Man. We see again whiffs out the backboard. More whiffs. Someone put the ball in, please.
Oh no!
Defmoss goes in. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. But again, aggression. Oreo Man sticking with the play, getting it over Ogan, and just willing that ball across the line.
Defmoss almost gave me a heart attack missing that ball.
Yeah, you would have definitely had to have a stern talking to with him if that ball didn't go in.
Yeah, that would have been a problem.
But big thing is they cut the ball. They cut the lead in half. Defmoss getting it pop over one. Can he get it over another? Gets it mid. We're seeing it's a little bit, maybe too much aggression there. As we see Legendary, he's in a really tough spot. Astro pops it high. We see Mitch go. Legendary, he's got 50 boost, but decides he wants 33 instead. As we see now, Ogan now getting it past one. Mitch now going to be taking this one to the corner. Legendary. I think Legendary really, I think he's the one who needs to score next just to get the confidence. We've seen just a lot of unfortunate mistouches and just kind of missed clears that you're expecting him to get as Defmoss gets it past one, past two. We see Legendary. Can he get the goal? Can I will it into existence?
Oreo, it's going up under the wall here. Try to get the pass towards mid. Not quite able as Defmoss also double commits with him. Mitch now, a lot of boost, a lot of time to play with here. Gets a dribble, gets a flick, gets it past them both, and that'll be a goal for Kerchoo.
That was such a good goal. A round one, a round two. Look at that control on his car and then just bangs it past both of them and back to a 2-goal lead as Kerchoo.
wow. Yeah, really well placed ball control there from Mitch as he gets to the goal there to kind of get the lead a little bit more comfortable for Kerchoo there as we get 2 minutes left in the game. You know, we're going to have to see a lot more aggression from Misled Missles. Not too much. You know, we've seen that. We've seen the triple commits, but a little bit more aggression on offense going into these last 2 minutes if they want to stay alive.
I think you nailed it. I think aggression is key. Oreo Man now going to be throwing this one downfield. Can he follow? We're seeing a little bit of a double commit here, but Def Moss does in fact get the touch. Oreo Man on the wall. Def Moss, he was looking for bumps and demos. Not able to find one as we're seeing now Legendary pushing into the corner pretty hard. The net actually is open. Astro does not get the touch as we see now minute 45 left. We're seeing a little bit more aggression, but just not quite coming into fruition.
Oreo with a huge pop here. Ogan able to kick it back. Fan, not really a good touch here. It's kind of open in the middle. It doesn't look like anyone's going for it, to be honest. Mitch and Oreo able to get a nice 50 there as Fan kicks it back towards the corner. Need to see a little bit more aggression here as second man gets it, kicks it towards mid. Mitch is going up for it, gets kind of a good bang. Oreo with Ogan with a nice bump there as it kicks a little bit more space for him. Looks like Mitch and Oreo going for a nice 50 here. Oreo with a wall touch here now. Gets a nice open shot. Is that going to be in?
Yes,
oh, wow.
It is, ladies and gentlemen. We got a game here, and I really hope it goes game 5 because, again, I want to see game 5. But Misled Missles are not done yet. Plenty of time, only down by 1.
This has been so much fun to watch.
I agree, Tyler. Don't give up hope. I agree.
Astro with a nice touch there to get it deflected there into the corner. Looks like Astro and Ogan go for a 50 there. Oreo's going to pass it towards Def Moss. Def Moss and them get a pinch. Goes up the wall.
Doomsy?
Nice try for a shot.
I wanted to see it, but now we're getting a 2v1 opportunity here. Mitch throwing this one downfield. Legendary's got to go early for this one. He does pop it. Ogan there to follow. It's going to be off the backboard free. Is anyone there to follow? We're seeing team bumps, and that one's going to pitch all the way downfield. And this is where you got to see the aggression. It's going to be Mitch. That is such a good read off the backboard to get that away.
Fan and Oreo a little bit awkward for the read there off the backboard, and gonna have to back up, just give him a little bit more space. Since Def Moss goes for a 50 there, Oreo not quite there as a second man, just needs to be a little bit closer. It's kind of a whiff there. Fan's gonna be playing back. In last 22 seconds here, they're gonna have to push up here.
Legendary getting a good touch here. Oreo Man, he does turn, but he does whiff. Def Moss now all alone in the back, does get a save, but now 10 seconds left. This has to be an all-out push for Misled Missles.
So getting it not quite touched there at all. Mitch playing front post. Fan kicks it. No, he does not.
That's gonna do it.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kerchoo ends up taking it. I think I was a little surprised by that, to be honest.
Oh my gosh, the amount of Bison Bucks this game had was astronomical.
Wow. No, guys, stop. Everyone's leaving the party. Hold on. Let me just make sure. They're all leaving super fast. Let me just make sure to...
Oh,
holy, they were all leaving fast. All right, let me just make sure we are getting these guys in here real quick. Because my God, they left fast. I was not expecting that. But either way, I'm curious. Thoughts overall on that one? Did it go how you expected there at the end?
honestly, no. You know, I really expected a little bit more pressure from Misled Missles, and I just didn't really see it from the three of them, to be honest. And that's a little bit disheartening. You know, Def Moss, we'll have a talk later. But, you know, congratulations to Kerchoo. They really pulled out. They had a lot of offensive pressure there. They really played second man. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah. As we are just waiting for them to join, I'd appreciate it if they would, you know, join. But
maybe?
If they join, they join. I'm still waiting for them. We'll see if they can make it. There we go. All right, we got Mitch, we got Ogan. Astro looked like he just dipped off the face of the earth. So
he's gone. Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, so we just got Ogan. Mitch, unfortunately, no cam. Astro has gone to bed. He said literally GG's easy buy, which is, you know, whatever it is. But either way, Kerchoo, you guys keeping your undefeated streak alive. And Mitch, I'm gonna go to you first.
The hard carry.
The clear hard carry. I am really curious how you thought that series went.
Not great on our part, really, because the comms were but we won, so who cares?
I gotta respect that. And Ogan, then you've been here once or twice before, obviously keeping the undefeated streak. I am curious because I don't get to talk to Astro, but what do you think his role on the team is?
I mean, he kind of does whatever he needs to in the moment. Like when we play like scrims or just comp, he's like he'll be the one with the nasty saves. He'll be the one with the nasty shots. He'll be the one with the nasty passes. He just kind of does whatever. So like tonight, I mean, it was kind of just normal. He did what he had to let us win, and I don't know. That's about it.
Fair enough. Nuka, what do you got for these guys?
You know, I see a lot of back and forth throughout all 5 games here, or all 5 games. Yes, all 5 games. And you know, I have to ask, what were you guys thinking as the games were going on, and how did you guys adapt?
Oh, now Astro joins.
Twitch chat bullied me, bro. Twitch chat bullied me.
They're still doing it. They're still doing it.
I know.
I love that.
Wait, wasn't it 4 games?
Yeah, it was. You guys won
4.
3-1. 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems to be the typical. I don't think we've 3-0'd yet. I think.
No,
we
First one.
first
We
one.
3-0'd the first one.
3-0, 3-1, 3-1. So, Astro, now that you are here, Nuko, go ahead, ask your question.
Yeah, so going back to what I was saying earlier, you know, as the 4 games kind of went on throughout the entire series, it was kind of just a coin flip. So I have to ask you guys, what did you guys do to kind of change your play style and, you know, really get the upper hand?
I think it was more so just utilizing what we're good at. I think in terms of speed, we can be faster than most of the teams in Division B. Just in general, like, I mean, the game we lost, you saw we had, I think, 1 shot versus their.
It was 2 shots,
like
2 to 9. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, it was like 2 to 9. So like, we had virtually like no offensive pressure. And then, I mean, you look at the other games that we won, we definitely have a lot better offensive pushes.
So then, Astro, is it spin to win for you? I mean, I noticed you arrowing pretty much more than anyone else on the field. So is it spin to win then? That's the real question.
Sometimes, yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I just sometimes left bumper just gets held down, and you just have to run with it. You know,
It just gets stuck down. You got to learn.
yeah.
I love
No,
that,
definitely.
I love that.
Well, you guys
Yeah,
did
go
a
ahead.
really good job playing second man, and that's something that we noticed kind of as the series went on, playing against Mislead Missles, and you guys played a really good job playing the second man role, and that was something that we thought was kind of the overall driving factor for you guys.
Yeah, that's definitely something I think we've worked on a lot. Like just playing together is like figuring out like positionally, or like you said, the second man is like figuring out when to go, when not to go, making sure we have a solid third man position.
Yeah, if you guys
Like when to go for demos, when not to go for demos. Like that's
if you guys
really,
are aware of last season, the Rat Pack, they won not because necessarily mechanics, but because of positioning, always having a second and third man to be aggressive. And honestly, that's what won you guys the game. It wasn't, you know, the crazy mechanics. It was you had someone be aggressive first man, and you always had someone to fall, which I think you guys did a fantastic job on that. And that right there, being the aggressive second and third man, I think clearly won you the game.
Well, thank you.
So, but with that, Nuko, you got any last questions for these boys before we let them celebrate and Astro, you know, can go to bed?
I have. Don't worry, I'm tired too. I do have one thing. I think that your guys' logo wins DCRL logo.
Thank you. Thank you.
I absolutely love it. That's all I have to say.
Who made it? Who made it? That's the real question.
We literally robbed it off of like Google.
yeah. We just Owen was like, "Hey, can you take the background off this?" And I was like, "Yep."
Technically,
There we go.
technically.
I love it,
great.
boys. Either way, you know, if you don't win on the field, you can at least win the logo. But either way,
Yeah.
appreciate you boys doing this
We're good
interview.
both right now.
Congratulations on a 3-0. You guys, you know, continue to be the #1 seed in Div B. We'll see if you guys can keep that going. Astro, you can go to bed. Everyone else can go celebrate and everything. But either way, thank you guys for the interview, and we will see how the rest of the season goes for you guys.
See you guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Have a good
casting.
night.
Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was our winners, Kerchoo, which, believe it or not, we had both bet against them. Which, you know, we were talking before that, you know, he's thinking, oh, Def Boss is going to do it. And I originally had picked Kerchoo, and I told him, hey, you know what? All right, you've convinced me. I'm going to go Mislead Missles, but if I lose, it's on you. So thank you for, you know, making me lose my Bison Bucks. But it was such a fun game back and forth. It was so enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, just seeing, I mean, every single game was a coin flip. You didn't really know who was going to win down until the last, 30 seconds of the game. And that was so much fun to watch. A lot of good content out of that game. And I'm really excited to see how that team in particular kind of carries out throughout the rest of the series.
It's going to be very interesting to see how the rest of the season goes. But unfortunately, that's going to be all we have tonight. There's only one game. I know tomorrow there's like 7 games going on, something like that. So hopefully those will get streamed. But tonight, we just got one short little game. I'm glad it went as well as it did. Definitely nice to get you on the stream for the first time. So I'm curious, then how did it feel be the first time casting on this?
Actually, I did cast just prior to this, probably last week, I would argue. I casted with Skull, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It helps kind of build my casting experience in different areas because I also cast for my DSU games. So it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
So then, last question, then we'll call it a night. What would you say to someone who's on the fence about wanting to cast then? Because we get a lot of people who just like, oh, I don't know, I might want to do it, I might not. And we're just like, dude, we're all college kids, like, we don't know what we're doing. Come join us.
Yeah, so take it from me, I messed up a lot in this stream, especially, Ogan, Oreo Man, and Astronymity. Those are very hard names to say. And I messed up, and that's okay. I totally think that that's okay. And you don't have to be the guy that says everything that's going on throughout the entire game. You can just kind of point out some of the big highlights, really include some of the things that you know about Rocket League and throw that in there and, see what the team's necessarily doing wrong. If you ever see a bump or a demo, you can always call that out. And it's really not too hard, I argue.
We are always looking for more casters. So if you want to, please, by all means, just DM literally anyone in the server and we can get you on stream. It is not hard at all. But that is going to do it for this night. Congratulations to Kerchoo for again winning. Thank you, Nuka, for casting, and thank you everyone who has tuned in. Make sure to follow because we're going to be live. I think like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's so many more games. We're only in week 3. We've got a long season to go, plus playoffs, plus LAN. So make sure you guys are tuning in. But either way, that is going to do it all for tonight. So we'll see you guys very soon.
Do you think you're better?